Hi guys, welcome back. It's Christy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the Twin Flame Energy Update for February 14th through the 22nd. February 14th through the 22nd. So with this energy, I pulled a beautiful spread. I am using multiple decks, whether tarot or oracle. I am using the Medicine Woman deck by Carolyn Bridges. I am using the Lightworker deck by Rebecca Campbell. I am using the Isis Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. I am also using the Morgan Greer deck. I am using the Romance Angel Oracles. I am using the let me get it right. The Messages of Love Oracle cards by Kristen at All Things Intuitive. I am using the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle cards and the Twin Flame Messages. And what else? I think that's it. All right, so again, this is the energy for the Twin Flame Collective, whether you're a light worker, whether you're a star seed, whether you're indigo, however you resonate, mystic, you know where you stand in regards to the collective. I am also giving you guys advice as well. You can choose to take it or you can choose to follow it. If these readings resonate with you, you can book me for a reading. That information is below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Continue to do that. Again, even if you cannot donate to the channel or book a reading, just subscribing is also an energy exchange donation, and I am grateful for that. So let's dive into this collective energy. Now, for the first part of the reading, I am pulling tarot, and then I will go into the oracle decks, and then I will go into your advice decks. So the first card out is for the divine feminine and the divine masculine as a collective. And so the sun card came out, and at first it came out like this, and then I grabbed it and I turned it around. So I'll give both versions. So with the sun represents the divine for me. And as you can see in the sun card, there's these two individuals here just right in each other's face. And I feel like this was so perfect, and sunflowers may resonate for you guys. You guys may be into herbs, things like that, plants, gardening, something where nature is involved. But the sun represents the divine. Divine is the overseer of all these connections. When this card came out and I saw how these two were just looking straight eye to eye into each other's eyes, that is the energy. It's like now you guys are coming to realization. Not only you are coming into the realization, but spirit has allowed, the one that isn't awoken or the one that really does not understand the connection to start to see things. Spirit is working with your divine counterpart. Okay, so this is how this came out. When this is in inverted or in the reverse, it talks about how, someone really not paying attention to their journey, paying attention to their path, really not trying to follow the path of enlightenment, or really running from what divine is trying to speak to them or guide them towards. But again, when it came out like this, immediately I turned it up. So Spirit said, just give them both. Clarification on inverted and the upright, so that way they'll be able to understand and how to move through these energies and get themselves back aligned. But divine is definitely watching over this connection, definitely guiding your divine masculines, because for the energy that I'm pulling, and as I see as the cards came out, this collective, the divine feminine, has come into his or her power, and that is really beautiful. The next card that came out is the Five of Cups. But what caught my attention again is these twos. There's something significant with twos, because that is what I'm seeing for the majority of the cards. So even though this person is looking at this cup or these cups that are spilled over, and this represents, water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, there's two cups still behind, and all this person has to do is turn around like you haven't lost all. So you see this person thinks like, you know what, I lost everything. And that's because there has been a change. Divine feminine has removed his or her energy, and that's a number 5. So 5 talks about changes. This here, the Two of Cups, is right behind you. So, and they're still standing and they have this beautiful glow. So all you have to do is really just turn around and there are your cups, okay? The next card that came out is Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, it talks about a person, having different choices, trying to decide. And look here, the divine feminine, him or her energies are interchangeable. This is where they have to decide as well. And then the do I choose to wear this mask, or do I choose to follow where I'm being guided and led? Seven, seven. I've been seeing a lot of sevens and synchronicities, as well as a lot of fours. So this resonates how your divine counterpart is feeling right now, and you are in the equation. You are on your divine masculine's mind a lot, okay? For the overall energy, we got Page of Pentacles. So someone's coming forward to make an offer, and it's in regards to, financial aspect, right? So with the Pentacles, this could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, I believe. So with this type of energy here, what you're seeing is that this person may in the past, didn't give as much as you gave. You were doing all the work. You were providing everything, and the person just really was just taking. They weren't in that energy of an equal exchange, equal give and take. So now this person is coming forward, and you see how this pentacle look. It looks really beautiful, right? And they're very sure. Your person could have dark hair, dark eyes, fair skin, or beautiful skin, beautiful lips. This is their attributes that kind of really allows you to notice them small ears. But this is saying this person wants to come forward, and now they want to give an equal exchange and an even exchange, and do the things that they thought they couldn't do or give you. So they're coming to make an offer, and this has been the energy for a while. It's just been floating, like the divine feminine has been seeing their divine counterpart in their visions on the 5D, even in telepathical, like messages. I shared my story with you in the 2 videos before this collective reading. So this energy is really good. Now, when I asked Spirit to clarify the sun, I got what? The 2 of bowls, which is the 2 of cups. So with the 2 of bowls, let's dive into this so I can get you guys more information, so I can help you further on your journey, so that way you understand, and you can write this stuff down too, so that way, or replay the video, you can understand where you're being led, where you're being guided, and how to handle this connection. Because remember, this isn't a relationship, this is a divine connection, so you can't handle it like a regular relationship. So with the 2 of bowls, it talks about conceive of love with one another. Conceive of love with one another. So maybe for you and your divine counterpart, there could be some conception happening, a new baby, spiritual baby coming because of you guys, and a lot of you guys that are in these divine connections, you are going to have a spiritual baby. Your baby is going to be very special. They're going to have that vibration of the new age, and they're going to be very knowledgeable, even at, coming out of the womb. They're just going to be very in the know about a lot of things. So a lot of you guys are going to have a spiritual child together, or you've already had, and you are trying to figure out like how to help this child work their gifts, understand their gifts, things like that. But anyway, 2 of bowls is just like the 2 of cups in the Rider-Waite deck, and that is talking about a divine union. Again, they're all telling the same story. The next card out, clarifying the 5 of cups, is the 2 of stones. Again, this is pentacle energy. So with the 2 of stones, let me get that for you. It talks about reflect on potential use of resources. So reflect on potential use of resources. How are you using your resources? How are you using your gifts? How are you using your talents? Use your resources that are God-given to you and put them back into the universe, because you will start to see those things manifest. What you do as, that relates to your gifts will bring you abundance. You will never have to worry about where your next meal is coming from, how you will live, how you will make it, because you are doing what you're divinely guided to do, and what's, been with you for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Okay. So clarifying this card, it's saying the same thing. Don't focus on what you lost. Focus on what's in you, what's standing right in your grasp. If you just, hold your head up and look, okay? The next message for you. Let me see. I got this, guys. Clarifying the 7 of Cups. We have the 2 of Pipes. So look up angel number 2, or what synchronicity means when you see 2s. So 2 of Pipes talk about recognize the call to act. So some of you guys are not recognizing Spirit's call and how they're trying to reach out to you, whether in visions, whether in 5D, whether it's synchronicities, the numbers. Again, 2s are very important. So this is what Spirit is saying from the 7 of Cups. It's just like recognize your call to act. How are you acting? How are you answering your call? Okay. And then you see like this dove above the head, like you're being divinely guided. There's nothing to be afraid of here. Just open your heart and allow your heart to sing with joy and follow the flow. Okay. The next card, the Magician, clarifying infinity sign, that this is a twin flame connection, and there's all the signs here. And so Spirit is saying all you have to do is go with your gifts, know what's inside of you, and everything will align. Everything will flow easily no matter what. It will flow. Okay. Look up infinity sign, infinity 8. What does 8 represent in spirituality? You are the magician. You make things happen. You are the manifester. You can manifest how you want things to be in your life. And you're calling in what it is that you need and what it is that you want in regards to your life path and purpose. You may not know it in the physical, but spiritually, this is what you're doing, the moves that you're making and how you're being guided. Okay? Clarifying the Magician, we got the 4 of Arrows. Again, this is air energy. So with the 4 of Arrows, it talks about contemplate your blessings. Contemplate your blessings. Every day, guys, I want you to focus on what you're grateful for. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you're grateful for, what you love doing. Why look at where you were and where you've come to now. And then you will see your heart just light up. Okay, because when we focus on what we're grateful for, we get more of that energy. All right. Again, 2s. 2 of Arrows. This is the overall energy from the Medicine Woman deck. And it says aim high above the common thought. Aim high above the common thought. So this is going to, oh my God, my ears are flickering. This is going to support you. Aim high above the common thought. Do not let your mental steer you off track, okay? Continue to focus on where you're being ascended to. You're ascending, you're rising. You guys are on your spiritual transformation, your transition, your journey, your awakening. Some of you guys even went through the dark night of the soul. Aim high. Know that you're being ascending and you're being guided and you're being led, okay? And it's all about growth. All right. Now, when I was shuffling the cards for the Mystic Moon Oracle deck, the first cards that I continue to see as shuffling for pulling Divine Masculine spread is, healing, third party, Divine Feminine. And I just smiled when I saw that. I said, healing, third party for Divine Feminine. I get it. I understand. And it came out just like this, telling the story. So beautiful, right? The card that I saw when shuffling the Morgan Greer deck, 6 of Cups, or 4 of Cups. And I also saw the 6 of Cups too, which is past life relationship, someone returning from your past. Okay. So for the Divine Masculine, the first card that came out is Fresh Start. So with Fresh Start, this is what your Divine Masculine is thinking about. And then on the clock, it said 2:44. Wow. So fresh start. This is what they want. They know they've messed up in the past. They know that they didn't give you the love that you deserved, and that you were treated as if you weren't good enough, and that you maybe they didn't understand your spiritual connection, so they thought you were some type of, dark entity that just entered their life and like flipped it upside down. But now they're realizing what a divine feminine is, what a twin flame connection is, and they want to first start because they misjudged you. They didn't understand this connection. And now that the divine feminine has pulled his or her power away, this is what made them realize it. So they want to first start. Okay? The next card out is signs. Your divine masculine has been seeing signs as well as the divine feminine. But now they're trying to figure out, like, what is all of this? What is happening? And some things are triggering the divine masculine, because some of these things, divine feminine, talk to divine masculine about, just gave little hints here and there to try to get them to, go, look it up, Google it, or maybe they sent them information. But now they're starting to see it for themselves now that the divine feminine is no longer in their space, right? So they do feel like, I'm seeing all these signs. What does this mean? What is happening? Again, divine feminine and divine masculine are both getting synchronicities at this time. The next card that came out for divine masculine is cycles. They're realizing that, without the divine feminine in their life, they've been through some cycles, and they're realizing that even with divine feminine not being there, they're continuing to go through these cycles where they are in that low vibrational energy. They have secrets. They are repeating behaviors, and this is what divine feminine has tried to support and help divine masculine through. But now they're seeing it for themselves, that maybe it wasn't the other person that had the issues or the problems. Maybe I should have been looking in the mirror at myself. The next card for divine masculine, stuck. So your divine masculine feels stuck right now because they're caught between a rock and a hard place. They don't know to come forward. They don't know to stay where they're at. But what they do know is that they need to change. Something needs to change. And they're being drawn to you. But with their ego, even though we didn't get the ego card, which is really amazing, with their ego, they're just really afraid to say, like, hey, I messed up. I apologize. I'm sorry I didn't handle you the right way in which you deserve to be handled. So they're stuck at the moment and trying to figure out, how do I come forward? How do I fix what I've broken? All right. And what they don't understand is that their divine feminine loves them unconditionally. They're just waiting for divine masculine to catch up, right? For divine feminine, the first card that came out is ascending. And so that is why I say, and I can speak for that because I'm a divine feminine, they're ascending to a higher level. They're in their spiritual path and purpose work. They've answered the call. They are in love. They are in joy. They are in self-love and worth for themselves. They are just really enjoying their freedom, like just happy. This is the divine feminines that I am speaking of. If you are not on the, in this phase, then you may be on another phase. But this is for the divine feminines that's been in those connections between 1, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. This is the energy those divine feminines are in. If this resonates with you, let me know. Divine feminine is being the observer. They are not communicating in the 3D. They are communicating in the 5D. They are checking on their divine masculine just to make sure they're still alive and they're okay. And also for the connection to see if they've changed, to see if they've moved on the vibration of love and light, or are they still in that low vibrational 3D energy. The divine feminine is observing, because when this divine masculine comes back, this time there is no rushing in, rushing out, because this divine feminine knows how to handle this connection at this point. Lessons is the next card that came out. So divine feminine, again, you guys heard me talk about my ear fluttering a few moments ago. These are the light codes. Your divine feminine is getting the light codes. They've got their spiritual awakening. They got their answers from spirit doing meditation, and they know what it is they need to do. And the overall message Allow yourself to let go and let divine, let God handle your divine masculine, and you continue to work on what it is that you need to work on. And that is healing yourself, loving yourself, and being the best version of yourself. And other than that, everything else for divine feminines who are on the phase that I am, speaking of, or in this phase, there are they are realizing like how much they are blessed and how many blessings they have been receiving. And it's like, wow. And it's like now divine feminine is like, you know what? I really don't care if I see my divine masculine. Yes, I rather speak to them in 5D and, through visions and things like that. And that's the safest way for me because this feels good to me. This feels amazing. Like I feel so empowered. The next card that came out is Divine Masculine. Those Divine Feminines that I am channeling and tuning into today, you guys know that this is your Divine Masculine. There is no question. There is no doubt. You know this is your Divine Masculine. And now you're just going along with the inner work because as you do the work on yourself, your Divine Masculine starts to heal as well. The overall energy, spring. So something is coming up in spring. Something is happening in spring. There could be weddings. There could be unions. There could be, your masculine coming forward, finally admitting their amends and, wanting to make amends and wanting to apologize for everything they put you through. So something very special is happening in the spring. And you guys could have met in the spring. I know for myself and my divine masculine, we met in springtime. Okay, so let's get some messages from divine feminine and masculine as a collective. So instead of doing separate spreads for the messages, I asked Spirit, show me the messages collectively that's meant for divine feminine and divine masculine, what they want to say to each other, instead of doing it, one spread divine masculine, one spread divine feminine. So for the first card that came out, how could you still love me after all I've done? I can still feel you. And if you can resonate with that, guys, yesterday I woke up, and before I woke up, I saw my divine masculine's face in my vision. And then it turned to like a Hershey, like kisses. And then I smiled, I literally woke up out of my vision and I smiled. So you guys can let me know if you guys have been seeing your divine masculine or divine feminine. I need more time to figure things out. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. Remember that stuck energy? Would you reject me? Your beauty still moves me. And this is how you guys feel about each other and the overall message. I wish I can take back the things I said. Wow. Oh, they are talking today. Both. All right, guys. I'm just clearing my area because these cards are like out. Okay, so we're going to get some messages from All Things Intuitive. Kristen, beautiful cards. So for Divine Masculine, the first card that came out is Wait. It says the timing is not right. It's not quite right. The timing is not quite right. So the Divine Masculine knows that when they step to you, they got to come correct because you are not having any BS. So when they are right, when they are aligned, when they feel they are very confident enough to not bring any BS your way, not to cause any triggers, to actually come from an unconditional loving place, this is when it's best for you and your Divine Masculine to see each other come face to face. For Divine Feminine, the card that came out is Support. It says, lean on your inner circle during this time. And so I smiled when I saw that, and I knew immediately for me that meant my helping spirits, my guides, my angels, divine. That's who I've been who's been supporting me on this journey along the way, because this is a different type of connection. This is not a relationship. So I can't call up, a family member and vent and say how I feel, because they will not understand the connection. It'll be just like, oh, no, 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 this, and this. But when it's divinely guided, when there's someone that's spiritually sent to you, you have to handle it in a different way. So you can't just go around the world discussing what's the tea with you and your divine masculine. The overall energy, boundaries, firm boundaries are needed now. And so for the divine feminine, they have done the work, they're doing the work, and they have put the boundaries in place. There's no reaching out, there's no contacting on the 3D. 5D, you see, it's so different. It's so beautiful. And until the 5D and the 3D is in alignment with each other to where you see it in the physical, you have to set your boundaries. Okay. Now we're going to get messages from Work Your Lights. So the first card for Divine Masculine, you are already doing it. You are already doing it. So it says, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So your divine masculine is starting to put in the work. They're already doing it, but they're not understanding the analytics behind it. Like, why is this all, come about? Like, what is the energies? Why is this happening? And so their spirit is guiding them. They're already doing it, but they're not understanding why they're going through the transformation, or why they're being pushed to where they're being, guided to. So a lot of your divine masculines may not have a title for it, may not have a name for it, but they're trying to get in that, vibration. Okay. The ever unfolding rose came out for divine feminine, and it says, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So a lot of the divine feminines have realized, like, I needed this, to find my strength, to find my worth, to understand like what I was holding myself back from. And now the divine feminine see that I wasn't being punished. I wasn't being dragged or thrown through the mud. I needed to go through this spiritual experience so I can be prepared for what's to come next. And after going through this experience, I know I can handle anything that is thrown my way in regards to our spiritual mission, in regards to where divine is guiding us, and so forth. Okay. The overall energy for both, it says, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And that's self-explanatory. Don't dim to fit in. Be your true, authentic, genuine self. And with me, I'm all about that. Like, if you don't like, how I move, how I am, how I express myself, then you can let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, because I really don't care. Yesterday was the first time where I was just having conversation with someone, and I was just like, yeah, love and light, this is what I do, this and that. And the person was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. And it feels really good to just say what you do, say who you are, and you stand on it. All right. So I am using a deck that I have not used for you guys. And this is my Isis deck. So the reason why I got this Isis deck is because in my past life, I was the high priestess to goddess Isis. And so I wanted to get something. I have a statue of her already, but I wanted to get something else that, that would keep us connected per se. So let's dive right into the Isis Oracle deck. Let's see here. Okay, so for the first card that came out, we're going to do Divine Masculine first. It's called Temple of Lapis Lazuli. So I'm going to read this information to you guys, because I know you haven't, a lot of you haven't really, if you have heard about this deck or used this deck, you can let me know. Let me see. Okay. And these don't have numbers on them, so I'm trying to find okay, here we go. So we got Temple of Lapis Lazuli, so that's 184. Okay, so I'll read this to you guys. Remember, this is for divine masculine. So some of you guys need to wear lapis lazuli or look up lapis lazuli. It's a crystal. So Temple of Lapis Lazuli, goddess of the ancient skies. Okay. It says, this oracle comes to you with an offering of guidance. Remember who you are within. Do not try to fit with external models of how to be in this world, for you are here to help birth a new way that is more aligned with spiritual truth. You are guided to trust in your wisdom, to sit and contemplate any issue that you are questioning right now, and to trust in the voice of your heart. Guidance doesn't have to make logical sense. Through often at a higher level, you will perceive a higher divine logic in the guidance. It just needs to feel as though it makes your heart expand. And that will be a sign for you that it is your truth. Okay? So it says, your soul is very ancient, beloved, and does not only hurl from the earth, it holds much spiritual wisdom of star peoples from civilizations far and near. So some of you guys could be star seeds. It says, with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a civilization based in fear to a love-based culture. You are guided to come into deeper acceptance of your own inner knowing now. Okay, and that is for divine masculine. And what were we just speaking about? The next card that came out for divine masculine is Portal of Light. That's number 121. Portal of Light. That's number 121. Okay, so with the Portal of Light, it says she glides on wings through time and space. It says it is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are being conscious. You are being conscious on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space, and to allow your sense of self to expand. It is safe for you to do this now. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You are not leaving your earthly awareness. You are instead adding to it. So this also can resonate with the divine feminine as well. It says, let me give you some more information. It says the Oracle of Portal of Light also brings special guidance that a phase of time or experience is over and a new cycle at a higher vibrational turn of the spiral is beginning. So prepare to ascend, expect things to become lighter, freer, and faster moving in your life, even perhaps whilst you appear to be more surrendered and more peaceful within yourself. Okay? Isis guides you to powers and abilities to heal that are beyond time and space. It starts with the realization that what has happened in the past has power over you only to the extent that you allow it. The portal of light is being opened to you now to travel through time and space, to release the past, to open up to a future bright, and to call for more power in the present moment. Once you have done this for yourself, if you are guided into the healing path, then you can share this with others. Wow. Okay, so for divine feminine, let's get you going because a lot of stuff came out for you. This is such a beautiful reading. I really am like loving this. Okay. I got you guys. And as I'm speaking, my projective hand is like on fire. So the first card is Ancient Tower of Mysteries. Okay. And that's number 23. Okay. So there you are. Looks beautiful, right? So it says, hear the rattle of Isis playing. The rattle of Isis, the sistrum, is playing in the hand of the goddess now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing? Its vibration reaches through your crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into great ancient power, mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. Okay? It says, when the Lady Isis initiates a beloved into her ancient mysteries, life can become quite interesting. An initiate of Isis does not just learn new ideas as a student, but is thrown into the experience of the mysteries in real day-to-day living, so that they may be truly mastered in our lives and then utilized in service to help the lives of others too, so that one day all beings will be healed and whole according to the will of the divine feminine. Wow. And this is the divine feminine spread. Um, let's see if I have any other information. I want to not have this too long. It says the oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, and in what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically. Also, you have a potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. Is it acknowledgement of freedom, respect, and love for others? Do you use your potential speech with wisdom and kindness? In order to help you master the ancient mysteries of the system, use your beautiful voice with spiritual responsibility and wisdom. You also need to acknowledge where you have used your power to manipulate others, to get your own way, or fail to be respectful. Forgive yourself aloud and ask for forgiveness in person or spiritually if doing so in person is not possible or appropriate. Okay, so that's a little information on that. The next card, Spirit of Isis. It says Triumph of the Goddess. Okay, so I know that's going to be like further down the path because it's like S. Okay, so which one is this? We got Spirit of Isis. Okay, 161. Remember, I'm giving you these numbers for a reason. 161. Okay, here we go, Divine Feminine. Spirit of Isis, Triumph of the Goddess. Beloved Initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe. Okay? And this is really resonating with the feminine energy. It says, this oracle comes at a time when you need to know that you will succeed. It is a reminder that you can surrender, let go of attachment as to how it will happen or what it will look like, even if it is frustrating. Surrendering the vision into the divine fires, yet again waiting until you feel it naturally coming together according to divine timing. The spirit of Isis is willing to wait until divine forces collide and the miracle occurs. If you have drawn this card along with the miracle of Isis, then there will be a miraculous and surprising element to how your triumph occurs. An unexpected twist working in your favor. Remember, beloved Initiate, that the forces of growth, love, and divinity are in your corner. There is nothing more powerful than these. Allow them to have their way and you will have yours. Your win is assured. So don't worry about the journey. Again, no, we all are one, whether it's Isis, whether it's God, whether it's divine, we all are one. We're all connected. And this is an entirely different deck, and it's still aligning with your message, right? The last card for Divine Feminine, Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber. All right. Let's see what this is about. Woo. All right. All right, I got it, guys. And I'll hold the card up for you, just for you to meditate on the card. So, with the Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber, it says, Beloved Initiate, the most challenging task is not to confront an internal enemy, but to take courage in both hands and journey within, to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. That is sacred purpose of any enemy within or without, to bring us more deeply into our own being as we seek to find and heal the darkness within. Okay? It says the Temple of Black Obsidian is a ruthlessly honest place of raw love and healing, truly profound and lasting. Deep relief and transformation can occur here. Black Obsidian is protective and revealing. It will prevent harm for external or internal forces, but it will also reveal that which has been lurking in the shadows of the self, trying to avoid being brought out into the open for fear or condemnation. The biggest challenge we face in entering the Temple of Black Obsidian is our own unwillingness to love and accept all parts of us. Okay? Let's see if we have any other information. Okay, I got it. The initiate who is invited to enter the temple of black obsidian enters into his or her own shadow, the part of us that is hidden from our own awareness and is usually only experienced in relationship to others, quite often as projection. Lady Isis, as the dark priestess of the temple of black obsidian, invites you now to confront the parts of your own ego that you have denied previously. Why? Because in doing so, you will gain more freedom, come to know yourself more wholly, and you will find that life experiences, opportunities, relationships, and breakthroughs that you have not been able to reach will suddenly become available to you. The dark chamber always leads to the light chamber, but one cannot avoid the initiation of the temple of black obsidian on the pathway to more light. Isis will assist you in preparing for this journey by encouraging you to not allow yourself to become your own worst enemy. Most of the fear we have before the dark chamber of healing is the fear of own self-criticism and rejection. Isis declares that readiness for the dark chamber requires a willingness to exercise, not judgment, compassion, and a readiness to accept the self in all expression. Okay, so with that being said, like, this is just beyond beautiful. This talks about, and this you can relate it to the dark night of the soul, the ego, in regards to the twin flame journey. Okay, you guys, it's overall energy, past life, present power, past life, present power. And at the bottom it says the many spiritual faces of you. Okay, now this is for divine feminine and the divine masculine. So it says, when the soul is growing in service to humanity, in service to the great feminine and her call that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities, and you are guided by the Oracle of Past Life Present Power to be open to shifting internally and in your experience of your own levels of power and spiritual ability. Okay? So it says, talents, abilities, and powers wish to be restored to you now from your past incarnations. Wow. This will help your path. You will often be able to recognize this because you will feel some instant fascination or deep interest for culture, philosophy, heritage, or even place on earth or beyond, which is deeply compelling. This is your intuitive recognition that a part of your soul connected with this passion interest is being drawn into integration. At such times, there can be emotions, feelings, and even phobias or fears that temporarily arise. You may even find your taste for food and clothing and your sleep or other habits change quickly and noticeably for a time. These can all be signs that a past life energy is being integrated. Once it is digested into your current incarnation, you will feel more like yourself again, but in an expanded and more whole way. You will just feel like you are more of yourself, more stable, more full, and more at home in your own being. It is a lovely state of being. Okay? And I'll read a little more information. Here we go. This oracle brings specific guidance that some of these past gifts from other incarnations are associated with ancient Egypt and civilizations connected with ancient Egypt, earthly and beyond, including some star civilizations such as Sirius and the Pleiades. Look for the symbols, books, crystals, or colors that interest you and pay attention to your dreams. If it is helpful to be conscious of any issues around the past life skills returning to you now, you will become aware of them so that they can be acknowledged, accepted, and released. Okay? So this book is like really awesome. I'm just looking over it. Okay, so here's some advice. To enable this soul awakening to occur, purification and time to assimilate the healing is recommended. You can accomplish this through rest, time in nature, prayer, that your power be exercised with love and mercy, and a willingness to be guided by the Divine Mother Lady Isis, who loves you unconditionally. Use the prayer of past life, present power below, and the healing ritual whenever you intuitively feel you need it. Okay? Also know that as wonderful as it sounds, to retrieve past life power and ability is not always without challenge. We often need to be willing to be fluid in our understanding and experience of ourselves. Okay? All right. Let's see. There's so much information in here. So, ritual of past life, present power. So, close your eyes and visualize or sense a wheel like structure with many spokes, like the wheel of a bicycle, but made out of light. Imagine that you are at the center of the wheel where all of the spokes meet. There is a vast circle of light that forms the outer section of the wheel, and this represents the boundaries of your soul. The light around the outside grows bright and luminous gold until it begins to overflow, flowing as pure light along the spokes of the wheel, sending light into the center. From your peaceful position at the center of the wheel, you notice that certain spokes are beginning to glow more strongly than others. Allow yourself to open your heart and receive the light from these spokes of the wheel, representing different lifetimes flowing as golden light into the center of the wheel. Rest with this and say out loud, I now call back to me through unconditional love and grace all past life skill and ability that can assist me in my high destiny. I pray for mercy and compassion as I grow in wisdom and ability. Help me now, beloved Isis, who loves me unconditionally, to experience this process easily and exercise its effects with love and mercy. Of my own free will, so be it. The light from the spokes glows strong and flows to you in the center into your heart as pure golden light. You will receive the perfect amount of light that will feed your soul. You may feel a lot of sensation or not much at all, and either is fine. Just allow your process to be as it is and know it is happening. Finally see, sense, or feel the entire wheel filled with light, turning and flowing into its natural way, with you at the center, feeling the vastness of you. When you are ready, just open your eyes. Okay? Prayer of past life, present power. You can say this incantation at any time. You have the sense of past life energy being relevant in your life, and you need help, clarity, or guidance to manage the situation as consciously as possible. Okay. It says, I call back to me through unconditional love and grace the past life energy that fills this situation in place. Let my past and present life ability help me reach my highest destiny. I call for clarity, insight, and peace, a place of empowerment I now reach. Okay? So this deck has some amazing prayers, affirmations, tools to help guide you on your journey. Okay? Now, guys, the last cards I am going to pull is the Romance Angels. Okay? And that will conclude the reading. So, for the first card that came out is Romantic Feelings. Excuse me, guys. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. And this is for the Twin Flame Collective. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, right? We're all like, yeah, okay, duh. And then Worth Waiting For came out. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. The overall energy, free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. And with Divine Feminines, I applaud you because you are doing just that. All right, guys. Let me know how you like the reading. If it resonates, you can book me for a reading. I do offer twin flame readings as well. They are not love readings. This is a connection, not a relationship. So you have to know how to handle it, how to deal with it. If you do not know if you're in a twin flame connection, you can email me, ask me questions right in the comment section. Other than that, you also can book readings with me on my website at www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. And you can follow me on Instagram at chrissythecrystalindigo. All right, guys. Love and light. Talk to you soon.